Oh, why, wait.
Why would I put Allah before God?
Because sometimes in life you got to look at it through an inverted sense. That means that you said Allah God. You understand what I'm saying?
Allah is always God.
I invert it. If I invert it, in my thinking it's supposed to be God and love.
Right.
So automatically I'm the type of individual that's a signal going on. He said, Allah God. Where I come from, that's a signal. Why? Because I listen for certain things. Like I listen for a brother's name, if he say his name is L.
Right.
His name, wait.
Morris.
I don't listen, bro. They put I just said what I'm listening for. I'm not gonna give you the description where it comes from.
I'm gonna go
Other sciences, you know, that'll put you on point in terms of the language that person is really speaking.
Thank you.
Because that person could be actually talking or acting like they're talking the language of the living,
Talking like you dead.
but you actually talking the language of the dead.
That's what belief is.
Yeah.
Belief is
So
the
that's
language.
part of it. So in my thinking, it's order. Everything has order. Gotta have order. And there's a purpose for the order. Mine's is Lord Infinite, you Allah. Because I checked for the Allah. Why? Because I came in the name of love. But what many forgot to look at is when I got my lessons way many moons ago, it said Lord of all the world. They didn't just say in the name of Allah. It said in the name of Allah, Lord of all the worlds.
We all know that. We all in the
Okay,
same
well no,
age
some
group.
brothers don't know that, bro.
Oh no, I'm saying all of us, we all in the same age group. We got this more than likely we got the same thing for the most part. That's all I'm saying.
Okay, well.
You know? That's all I'm saying. You know? I mean, if
I'm not presumptive. You understand? I just said that a little while
right.
ago. I'm not going to overestimate you or underestimate you. I'm going to let me listen and say, you know that? Okay, please, we can move on. I'm glad that everybody's aware of that. But that's also significant. You the Lord of all the world. What do Lord born?
What does Lord for?
Yeah, the word Lord by itself, because my name is Lord Infinite.
Okay.
So I better know what Lord born.
Yeah, that's your name.
So the last time I checked, my mathematics in a supreme way told me Lord born what? Culture freedom. Infinite born what? Power refinement. Unique born what? Equality. I'm just saying, I'll give you a second. And we all know Allah born what?
God.
Okay. So if I know that much, then I don't gotta deal with no type of belief. Can't nobody give me no belief. And I could be in the most deepest bowels, bro. I could be in the pits, like I was. In the pits. I was under the jail in HCM. Solid plexiglass with little holes for me to breathe. I couldn't even get matchsticks through them bitches enough. That's how fucked up they had to go. At no time did I ever deal with a belief. I always knew. You see what I'm saying, Lord? So those are the things that'll trip you up.
It didn't trip me.
I'm not saying, all right. See, what I just said is not based on
Personal.
right. It's not you. It's me. I distinguish myself. My experience is my experience, and it can never be believed. Dealing with the culture of our God, never, and there can never be no doubt. Belief is doubt. I'm just saying. Some people call it, speculation, and some people call it.
A lot of brothers say we don't hope neither. Because I remember one time I said, I hope the brother don't come back around. Randu said, we don't hope. You know what I'm saying? So I said, so when it says in the lessons, I hope to see the day to take the devil off the face of the planet Earth. You see?
Stood up on
you
that.
see?
Let's get back at it.
I'm saying,
But yo, sometimes
that's wise right there.
People be trying to bully you, man. You know what I'm saying? They just try to come and challenge every little thing. And I always been a dude, I let some of that slide right up off of me, man. Because I'm not going to stand there and go back and forth. I've never been that type of guy.
Me neither.
Where I'm going to stand there and go back and forth with somebody. Brother, if that's your position, by all means, stand on that. Because I'm standing on mine. You understand my point? And that's how I see it.
You all speak
Right.
English so you
Yeah.
can understand each other.
Right.
Now, when you put diluted or put ebonics with it, that's something different.
Everybody knows.
And sometimes, you know what I be feeling, God?
But at the end of the day, we should be silencing the language that we speak.
That's a fact.
And
Right.
And there's always room for growth. No doubt about it. My brother, always room for growth.
If we use language like belief, then off the top, we should be like, well, believe.
That's what I said from the
Right.
beginning.
Then,
See, Allah.
look at the
It
word
makes me
believe.
skeptical.
But sometimes
That's all.
you
First
miss
we
being
got
around
beef.
your family. Now,
Well,
sometimes you got
that's-
to understand.
Right.
Sometimes you miss being around your family, right? Because
So
this type of
you're around
correction
the family
don't
now, so-
happen in all
so proper
circles.
education
So
always
now
corrects
my
everything.
thing is this: I've been representing myself by myself. You
Right.
understand what I'm saying? So now I come amongst the family and I encounter the culture.
Right.
So I've been missing from the culture for a
Right,
while.
right.
And the reason being is that I wasn't seeing anywhere to connect. Not that I wasn't coming to the school, but what I was being subjected to, I didn't want to be a part of that. You understand my point? So I created my own little circle and I did what I had to do for me. You understand my point?
Well,
But now, but I always try to stay connected to the family. I always try to come back home. But I
Do
wasn't
the
seeing.
knowledge, dog.
Right,
A wise
and
man, a wise
partner
man,
self,
listen.
partner self, God.
A
You know what I'm
wise,
saying?
hold on, a wise man doesn't need to change. A wise man adapts. His core is always who he is. Superficially out here, you adapting. You're not changing.
will always remain. You know what I
Exactly.
mean? That's why
It's about
Swift-
adaptation. And adaptation, wait a minute. The wisest of adapters are always willing to listen and learn.
Just on the signs of belief.
And remember, when you say you go from knowledge to born and born back to knowledge, what do that mean?
What does that mean? That means you go from being a baby to an adult and back to a baby. That means that you always got your
BG,
mind
hey, BG.
open for knowledge and
There
information.
you go. So
That's
you should
exactly
never
what
feel
that
no
means.
kind of way.
But no. But
Wait, I'm not
sometimes
saying
you
you.
gotta-
I'm not saying
no,
you.
but no.
dog.
I'm speaking. No,
Huh?
you got a good point.
All
But
right.
sometimes you got to feel the energy and see where it's coming from. Because sometimes people do be trying to bully you. You understand my point?
Right.
So now remember, we used to go to Culture
You gotta
Culture
feel the
Wisdom. We used to go to Culture Wisdom, run into the Medina Guards. I'm from Pelon. We used to run into the Medina Guards on Culture Wisdom. We had to represent because if we didn't represent properly, that got physical. So what that did is it put something deeply ingrained in you. Am I right or wrong, D.O.D.?
Listen, man.
All I
I've
wanna
been
say-
doing this from P-Long since the 70s.
Uh-huh.
I was on Culture Wisdom
Okay.
probably when you never thought about being
I
there.
might have been the seed.
Think about it.
I
I
might
used
have
to
been in the
listen to me.
seed. I might have been
Paul,
in
Paul
my
and Sub, what I wanted to say was, you know, it says it in the lessons, right? It said, this is believed by the 85%, but the 10% know that once a man died, he can't come back to tell the living whether he lied or not, right? So
All the history
those
is gone.
words are in the...
From Elijah and the
Right,
Ra.
those words are in the lessons. So when brothers like be going back and forth with that, that's like, you know, sometimes it be feeling like you playing word semantics or something, God. How you be looking at that? You know what I'm saying? Because exactly with the same thing like hope. Like one day when I said, you know, remember the brother that was dealing with he cipher mistaken cipher that I put him on blast. You know what I'm saying? That I said, I hope he don't come back around here. And Rondu said, we don't hope, black man. You know what I'm saying? We don't hope, black man. You know what I'm saying? I was like, what the fuck, man? Like, you know
that was
what?
a good situation to say that, my brother.
Yeah,
So
I
I think he was implying there was some stronger enforcement needed.
Yeah.
We're not gonna hope he don't come around peace. We're gonna give him instruction
I wouldn't
that
let
you
it
no
get away
longer
with it.
welcome him.
I speak like
That's
I want to
different.
speak. If I say I hope you don't come around,
Yeah.
and you trying to tell me how to speak something, I'm gonna say, I hope you don't come around. What do hope mean?
It means
I want him to come around, but he better not come around.
okay.
We'll try to rearrange. What's today's mathematics?
Right.
Now we got a problem going on here.
Exactly. That's
Right.
some ego. We going
Trying
on
to
the
tell me
ego
what to
trip.
do, and I
You know
can't
what
tell
I'm
you what to do.
saying? Yeah, there we
Right.
go. Yeah.
Come on,
Uh-huh.
stop that.
Everybody
I'm
got
good
these
for
big
that.
muscles, big chest.
Everybody knows that we're talking a bastard language right now.
Right.
And I'm fully aware of that. So I don't do too much of it. Right?
Yeah.
When it comes to certain things, trust me on that one, right?
I
just be
build
silent.
that he don't come back around. Don't that sound better?
I mean,
You know what I'm saying? I build that he don't come back
It's a
around.
play
Who
on
you
words.
talking
man,
to?
because The way he
Who you
said
talking
it,
to?
He didn't say it the way the word is intended to be.
We
He
talking about belief,
changed the tone.
We talking about belief.
So when you change the tone, you change the energy in which people
That's a
perceive
fact.
it.
That's a
And
fact.
it becomes more aggressive. Like, nigga, I hope you would.
Yeah.
It's not just like,
And the
yeah, I
same
hope you
thing have a
would.
whole different meaning.
I hope
yeah.
you would.
See?
You
Yeah,
ain't gonna
that's
say
a
it
whole
like that.
different meaning.
You gonna say it like,
Whole
I hope
different
you
meaning.
would. Like,
Yeah.
you understand?
Expressions on the
But
face
that
and
you
everything.
can't.
How you doing,
Hey.
Sister Peace? How
You
you
can't
doing?
expect everybody
Hey.
to perceive that. Right or wrong? You think everybody gonna perceive that?
I mean, anybody that's a survivor in the street is gonna perceive
But
that.
not everybody. Not everybody.
You are born?
Not everybody.
Have the same
That,
experience.
exactly.
So it's always subjective.
Yeah,
It could be a
you
different interpretation.
That
Like
means
any
no,
given
yeah,
time.
that's true. But you being
I
true
don't
and
know
living,
either, but
and
we
me
gonna
being
figure it
true and
out.
living, him being true and living, we got to remove all doubt.
Exactly.
We can't have the people having a different perception
That's
about
a
what
fact.
they just heard.
And that's a fact. That's the culture.
Hell
That's
no.
No. What I'm saying
Can't
is
do
this.
that.
But
True living gonna leave no doubt.
building culture. You build culture. So just like, say for instance, I've been strayed from the family for a year, 2 years, 3 years, whatever. I come around you, I slip up and say belief. Boom, immediate correction. That's culture. That's enforcement of culture. So that's how you learn. Particularly if you somebody responsible for teaching other people, you need to be corrected. That's a fact.
That's right, God.
You
That's
need
right.
to be corrected. You
That's
understand
right,
my
God.
point? It's no ifs, ands, or buts about that.
At the end of the day, do you understand the signs of why we don't say believe?
I've been through the signs. I definitely understand that. But what it was is that I just wasn't paying as much attention to what I was saying as I should have. You know, and then a lot of times I'm not that technical with myself, which I probably should be, but I'm really not. You understand my point? So I'm not really that technical. So, you know, I might hit something else in a couple of seconds. You know?
But it's always good us to correct each other, God,
Exactly,
because
man.
you know what I'm saying, that's what keeps us on point.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of brothers be thinking that it's about the bomb, and nah, it's not about the bomb, and it's just like steel sharpens steel, God. You know what I'm saying? And look, we was just right here, and the cipher just broke out. You know what I'm saying?
But it's
It's just
supposed
naturally,
to.
God.
What else
Exactly.
are we gonna do?
We
when
see,
get
we're
together?
civilized
Right
people
on,
here.
G.O.D.
That's how you get to know.
And we feel it, like me, I'm a new addition to the circle, so I understand. I'm putting my energy in so it could be assessed. That's a
Right.
process. We know what we doing. This ain't no mystery. Am I right or wrong, G.O.D.?
You
This
know
is
what
not a
you're doing.
mystery.
You
This
know
ain't
what
no
you're
mystery.
doing.
We understand what's going on.
You know what you're doing.
Yeah.
Talking like that around me, because I'm gonna have something to say. So you better watch what
gotta
you
be
say.
conscious
Yeah.
too, man. You
I'm
gotta
very
be
conscious of what you
Yeah.
say
The
around
minute that
certain
you
people.
open your mouth, you're gonna be judged.
Yeah, no doubt, no doubt.
Remember
no
that.
doubt,
And
no
some
doubt.
people are scared to judge.
Yeah.
You know why?
Wow.
Because they think that the same way you judging them, they gonna be
You
judged.
just back.
Yeah.
And they don't want to be judged in the same light.
That ain't me, my brother.
I'm just listening. I'm getting
That's-
again.
No, but I'm saying I'm fitting my way into the circle. I'm letting
Right,
you know
but what
who
I'm
I
saying,
am.
okay, what
You
I'm
know?
saying is this. What I'm saying is this, right? Some things don't need to be said.
Okay.
When you say you see,
Right.
which is what you said the name was.
My name is. See,
Okay, right, peace.
Peace.
It's not about, to me, the physical here. These. See is not this to me.
At all.
See is this to me.
Exactly.
Right? So, but I'm Lord Infinite. So Lord Infinite will always look for that. Remember, I said I listen for Allah.
Yeah.
I listen for Allah. If I don't hear Allah, I'm not really interested too, Joe.
Okay.
Because I know it's coming from some other place. It's not rooted or grounded. Because brothers don't realize that your root and my root, as a tree, gotta go both directions at once. A tree don't go just one direction, black man. A tree grows in two directions at once. I gotta stay, wait a minute, an example right there. I gotta stay rooted in myself. That's the roots that you see on the ground that go where nobody sees. That's why the suffering and shit that I do, you don't know. Nobody sees because you don't never reveal it. Then I gotta be responsible for the growth that's going on, what you see above. The life that I'm given. But I gotta do that in two directions at all times, right or wrong.
Well, just look right there, Joe.
I'm just saying.
When you said life, just look right there. What that look like to you? A tree. Oh, but look at that. Look at all that light.
Oh, but
Look
I
at
just
the
said
different
that. I
shades
just
of
said
tree.
that. That what I
You
just
said
said.
life. That's life reflected right there in front of
Horizontal. Because you got to find that what? School. But it's always from within when you're dealing with true and living. Don't never look at true and living on the outside like that, brother. It's not good. Just do the knowledge and you'll see for yourself.
Yeah, part myself, God. I hit the button on pause. Say that again,
I
God.
don't even know what I.
You said about the tree, about the roots.
You see what I'm saying is.
He
like
said,
I
don't
say,
ever
God,
look
you-
for the true and living on the outside. He said, because it's always. Did I help
But
you
prior
at
to
all?
that,
Yes,
you were
brother,
speaking
Did I help you at
about.
all?
But prior to that, you were speaking about the roots of a tree, how where they go from the bottom and then from the top, right?
Exactly. I'll get ready to hit that.
For the height.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
His
It's
depth,
simple.
his depth, the depth of the tree is, and its height
Determines the height.
Determines,
Right.
yeah, the height of the tree determines the depth, and vice versa.
If you know how to invert.
Yeah, that's the
Now you
inverse.
say, and I try that, and the reason I tie it to you and I because Allah is a simple man. I'm a simple man. I'm complicated when you need me to be.
Right.
Outside of that, when you're looking with your physical eyes, you subjected. You subjected to light that travel too fast, your eyes won't perceive. subjected to your ears having a pitch they can't pick up. So you could be tricked. So perception is a tricky thing. So when you say, see, again, I go back to this.
The
I
third
never look
eye.
at it like that. Exactly. So now this is what I'm looking for. I'm looking for how deep you are.
Intellectual
Not
spark.
how tall you is. I'm not doing that.
Depth of the spark.
Okay. Why is it that people are scared of the depths of the ocean? Why is it that you can't go but so deep in the ocean?
There's too much pressure.
There you go.
The farther you go, the more pressure.
But it's
Pressure
easy
make
for you to,
diamonds,
wait a minute,
guys.
it's easy for you to admire that.
Absolutely, because now the water, the weight of water, which is the weight of wisdom, is getting heavier and heavier and heavier and heavier. That means so now you got to manifest, and you got to be able to show and prove that you're the captain of the ship, or you can be the sole controller in the waters.
That's
That
only
means
if
through
you
the depths.
choose to react in that way.
I mean,
Because if you're really the master, you're going to exercise whatever option is comfortable for you. You're not going to respond for the crowd.
well,
That's a
it
fact.
may not be the crowd, it's the depth that you in.
The depth is going to be measured over time, not in seconds.
If you're in the depths of water, see, I know you're gonna combat my wisdom when I say something. You're gonna have, I can see.
No, not necessarily.
We're just playing chess
I
right
was
now.
going somewhere before you engaged me.
Funny.
You know what I'm
The
saying?
reason
Before you
for both
engaged
of
me, I
y'all,
was
for
going
both of y'all,
somewhere.
upon yourself, the reason
Right.
why I use the depths of waters is because I'm gonna keep it simple. Whenever you're dealing with the science, what we're talking about, you can only survive if you understand what PSI is. If you
Pressure
can't,
per square
there
per
you
square
go.
inch.
Pressure per square inch.
If you can't understand that you're gonna have pressure
That's why I'm just doing the
over
science.
every square inch,
That's why I'm just doing the science of the weight of the water.
then you don't need to be there.
Yeah.
That's what it means, bro.
Every square inch.
Now, if you want to take it literally and dive into the Atlantic Ocean, that's your beef. But I know that depth and water has many different, many ways to example and explain. Water to me is masses of people. You say Jesus walked on water. Yeah, right, because his intelligence was able to rise above the masses, the people. So to them, he seemed miraculous, but he wasn't. He was just sure living. That's the person they call Jesus. You understand what I'm trying to say? Put it however you need to put it. But the example is that there's different ways to express the same thing. So I use the depths to show, again, that those who sacrifice, you have to sacrifice because your roots have to be deep. And your roots don't get deep unless you're willing to sacrifice. You're gonna have to deal with a whole lot of shit. Rain, hail, snow, thunder, lightning. Fuck around, some lightning hit you and strike you, fuck you up, you done. Right? So these are things that have to be sacrificed when you understand them. But the deeper you go, the stronger you are. And that strength is exemplified through what? Your magnetic. I don't know which one I call it as magnetic. To me, Allah said it was magnetic.
You say your wisdom?
Your wisdom, which is your words and your actions. That's what's going to determine.
Those are wise words.
That's a fact.
I know. That's why I ain't.
That's
He
wisdom.
made it
Is,
simple,
wisdom
man.
is talking.
That's because y'all smoke
Wisdom is
cigarettes.
doing.
No, it's
You
not.
want to smoke on me?
Wisdom is talking.
Oh, yeah?
Now I got that. That's deep.
For me, wisdom is doing.
No,
Wisdom is
no,
talking
do that.
and doing.
How you do that?
How you do wisdom doing?
Yeah.
Easy. You live up to your word. You live up to your word. So your word only has life when you live it out.
Yeah.
So when you speak it, what you're doing is you're showing the plan or the design. Your actions actually bring life to your wisdom. So it's two stages to wisdom. The physical and the
That's
verbal.
understanding.
Now, it do get to the understanding, but you got to exercise the wisdom before you get to the understanding. And there's two stages to wisdom, if I'm not mistaken. The physical and the verbal. So now when you complete both of those stages, you manifest the understanding.
So it helps you more or less with the
Two stages of wisdom, what you say and what you do. How do you assess a man? You can't just assess him by what he's saying. It's two stages to wisdom, what you say and
Have
what
you
you
heard your
do.
word is born?
Your word is
All
born.
right, then that's what you
Regardless to whom or
say.
what.
Then
Right.
that's what you say.
Right, your word is
Then
born.
now
But
you're
what
responsible
gotta
for what you
follow
say.
that? What gotta
The
follow after you
action.
give your word? Action. That's the
Actions,
second
right.
stage of wisdom.
You gotta do what
That's
you
the
say.
second
I
stage
agree,
of
I
wisdom.
agree.
That's how we do it. Second stage of wisdom.
That's
You gotta show and
understanding.
prove your word. That's show and prove right there. The action. The action is the show and prove. That's the manifestation, the understanding.
Right.
G-O-D. All right, that's what I see.
Wisdom is what you apply.
That's a
Wisdom
fact.
is the application of
is
knowledge.
The application.
Or
is
manifestation of
The
knowledge.
You can't apply what you don't know.
Right, but if you manifest it, that shows a
Degree of knowledge.
and the wisdom
And
is
understanding too.
right. Now, so now
In a
when
way.
you
In a way.
engage in an action, what's happening there? You don't go straight to understanding. The first thing you do is you manifest your word. You manifesting your word physically. The understanding is
Speak
over
from your
here.
mouth to understand, so you can from your
Understanding
wise
is
knowledge,
already
so I can see you understanding.
Before you was able to
But you gotta be
activate
living that
it for
word.
the point of knowledge.
You gotta
to know
live that
and
word.
understand before you can even manifest the wisdom.
You gotta
You
live
gotta know
that
what you're
word.
talking about.
That's a fact.
You gotta know what you're talking about.
And you
know
gotta
in my
live what
head.
you're talking about.
You
I
gotta
need
speak
to know.
your
That
wise
means that the
words
understanding is already
from your
here.
wise, from your knowledge, so I can understand and see what you're coming from.
Name, age, and duty.
Knowledge, wisdom.
Understanding-
That's the reality
right
of the
here.
day. And what how
So
you
what I
go
know,
how you get the
that
understanding
has to
through
be
knowledge
drawn
and
up
wisdom.
Knowledge
Before I
and
can bring
wisdom.
it to manifestation. Now we
You
know
know,
the
when you
proper
take
order
a wisdom
is
to-
knowledge, wisdom,
from your
understanding.
mathematics, you're born
We know
wisdom.
when we know we start dealing with
Like-
knowledge.
like what's up, dog?
First thing we got to do,
Pouring
we
this
got to
out.
know
So that
and
means once you
understand what we're
manifest
dealing
it,
with.
there
Before
it
we
is. It
move
proves
forward.
itself. The numbers never lie. Every time we work with the numbers, it proves whatever we saying.
Mathematics do not lie.
That's the universal language right
That's what
there.
it is.
Mathematics.
Knowledge will make you know.
That's a fact.
Right?
That's a fact.
Knowledge lets you at least be aware
But the,
that you're supposed to be doing certain things. That's all you're supposed to be doing. Looking, listening, learning, observing.
and understanding causes you to master
That's
those
it,
things.
basically. That's what knowledge gives you.
You know what I mean?
Wisdom
Knowledge and understanding is what
is the
causes you to
test.
master those things.
Wisdom
You
is
can't
the piece
master
of paper
those
that
things.
somebody put dead
What
in
are
front of
things,
you.
person, places,
Or somebody tells you, yo, do that.
Of
Because you're
in
gonna
your
say, you know how to
circumference, anything
build a
that's
car?
living,
Okay,
or
well,
even
okay,
dead.
show me.
These are worlds that be
Wisdom is the
going.
application of what you know.
So you got to be able to master those things.
And understanding is the fruit
Bang.
of that, or your reward. Because what? Your word was born regardless to whom or what. So you showed and proved. Now, understanding becomes the best part. You know why? Because it's understood.
And that quote
And you
won't
sh-
work when you start moving.
That's what I'm saying.
Hold up.
Understanding becomes the best part
Yeah.
to those that really do what they do. Because to me, my understanding is the best part.
What's the
But
highest
now, once
expression
it's
of understanding?
understood, it becomes
Love.
the best part to those that didn't
Love
see
is
it
the
or understand
elevation
it
of the
that way.
supreme understanding.
I think
That's it.
teaching.
No,
I think teaching is the
love.
highest expression of
Teaching
understanding
is
to
love.
me.
Teaching is love.
Teaching gotta be love.
Teaching is love.
But to the action of teaching, in my opinion, I
Teaching
think
is
that's the
love.
highest expression
Because
of
you know the thing
understanding.
is that
Everybody know.
in order for
Not
one,
only it's that you showing that you know.
Yeah, 'cause-
When you teaching somebody else, that's the ultimate proof that you know.
in order for one
got
to
a- I
give
got a question.
to
Go
give
ahead.
one a jewel,
Let him say.
he has to have a certain degree of love. You know what I mean, to give someone
Ain't that
something that's
emotion?
going to make them
Ain't
better.
Ain't that
That's
emotion?
knowledge, wisdom. That's
ain't
the
that
12
emotion?
jewels, love.
Well,
Ain't that
I gotta
emotion?
go with
It's not
that.
based
but-
upon love. It's not based upon emotion. It's based upon knowing and having a knowledge of something and having.
Love, emotion.
I don't equate love as emotion. I equate love as
I got a question.
as knowing and bringing forth an understanding. You know what I mean, having a supreme understanding. You know what I mean, which subsedes any emotions. My emotions are not based upon understanding because I don't live in an emotional world. You know what I mean, I'm an intellectual of being, so I think in an intellectual world. Everything comes from the capacity of thought and intellect. If I can see it in thought and intellect, if I know it and understand it, then I can manifest it and bring it to reality. I can't bring it to reality without knowing and understanding what I'm doing first. You know.
My
Peace.
question is this, though. More directly to this. Is there a difference between a person who teaches you and a person who educates you?
Ooh, I think
Use
that's a
different.
deep question. Can we take a pause on that and get our thoughts together? 'Cause
What
I
you
think
say,
that's a
God?
deep- I
What's
think
the
that's
question?
deep. I think
Wait,
that's
let-
deep.
it
Can we
has
take
to
a
be for
pause
everybody.
real
This
quick?
ain't- this ain't-
Can we
Wait a
take
minute.
pause out of
Wait a minute.
respect
Hold on.
and
It's-
get our
wait a
thoughts
minute.
together?
Wait a
My
minute.
mind-
Wait a
my
minute.
mind
I
travels-
think that's deep. Go
My
ahead, so
mind,
go
my
first.
mind, the
Nah,
mind,
nah.
but the
you
mind
can't pause
travels.
everybody thinking at once.
I'm just saying,
yeah.
out of respect, I think that's a
Nah,
deep
maybe you
question.
should take a
I want to
pause.
give
You
respect for the
take a
We
break.
should give a pause. Give
Yeah,
it a
if you
pause.
need
You
it,
wanna
you
go
take it.
first?
No,
Okay.
while he's answering,
All right, go ahead.
you think
Go
that
ahead,
what
Dave.
he's-
Go ahead.
I mean-
I just think that was a really good question,
Okay,
man.
now
Like
when-
from the heart.
Now,
But go ahead,
okay,
big brother.
Okay, because but now I want you to pose the question to me again. I'm going to answer it how I see it.
Okay.
Please.
You know me, right?
Come on, let's go.
How you see the difference in what I
Between,
just said?
okay, now say it again. Oppose it again.
Oh, is there a difference?
Between one who educates you and one who teaches you. Yes, there's a huge difference. Because educate goes from within. Okay? When you go from within, then one is able to be able to one is able to relate from the depths of you. Okay? Because now I'm able to relate from the depths of you. Okay, I'm able to bring about a more in-depth understanding, and then that if I'm able to relate with the depths, I'm going to provide and give my knowledge and wisdom is going to give a more in-depth understanding to the individual I'm speaking with. Okay, based upon his level of understanding. Okay, now a person that I teach, all right, I can teach you how to drive. I can teach you how to fish. I can teach you how to shave your hair, but I'm not educating you to anything because that's not from within. Okay, what I'm doing is I'm giving you a system of what these are the steps. It's like in mathematics they have a thing called the order of operation. Okay, in order to come up with the equation of these orders of operation through algebra, depending upon what's presented to you. Yeah, I mean, depending upon the mathematical equation is presented to you, you have to take it through an order of operation. And when you're teaching someone, then that individual is going through an order of operation. That's just like a program. You know what I mean? Nothing comes from within. Everything is something that he has to be taught. Okay? Who says this is the order of operation? Okay? Only way they're able to determine that it is the order of operation is that they did the math throughout the universe and the things that are amongst them, here on land, air, as well as sea. They had to take all the measurements that was already given to them in order to bring forth the order of operation to understand the mathematics, which is the mass of the atom. You know what I mean? Without that, they didn't have nothing. So my seat, that is the difference between education and teaching someone.
Peace, how you see it, Lord, if you want to add on?
I see it as far as like when you educate somebody, you take them as far as you take them in. You know, you take them around, you show them. You know, this is what it is. You know, you show them reality of what life is about. You educating them. So if I'm teaching you, I'm just saying, this is what you got to do. See, I'm giving you a program. I'm laying down a program. That's how I'm teaching you. You see, I'm not showing you nothing. I'm just teaching you. You know?
How you see it?
I see it as the educator, it's the parent. When you birth a child, you start teaching that child from the time that child comes out of your behind. You are routing that child on which way to go, how to eat, how to chew, how to walk, how to talk, who to talk to, when to talk to them, all of that. That's education. It comes from within. My mother taught me how to count by counting cards, playing cards. I've been playing cards since I was 5 years old. I've been cooking since I was 5 years. I play everything. You know, bid wins, all that.
get with it.
I play all that. But then, you know, when it comes to teaching, my mother taught me about my history. But when I went to school, they taught me another history. So that was the teacher. But my mother came home and when I came home and asked about those things in the history book, she corrected me. She told me what was right. So when I got to a certain age, I started to argue and dispute with the teachers because they would educate me correctly. So that's my feeling between education and teaching.
All right, peace. Now I'm going to add on.
Okay.
I posed the question. I'm going to add on.
I'm after you if nobody don't mind.
That's basically, in a nutshell. This is why it's important for, like I said, I'm talking about me. I hear things like peace, and what peace means to me. It means positive education. Positive education. You see what the E means? The E deal with education. Nowhere in peace do I find teach. Don't find it. I gotta go look for that word in certain places.
Infinite.
Please, watch your back. I'm just that, I distinguish myself, right? So I'm very, like I told you, I listen. And I try not to do in certain conversations because I already know what it is. I listen a lot. And when you say things like that, you talking amongst our God, right? That means that you automatically should have a degree of understanding, at least from that point.
That's a fact.
You can have other stuff on your plate, but we'll take that off if necessary, or help it correct itself if necessary, because that's what we do.
Right.
Nevertheless, a brother really can't deal with the signs of not knowing the difference between a teacher and an educator.
Right.
That's not wise.
I mean,
Why? Because as you see from every example the average person will give you,
right.
one is dealing with something that you have input in.
Right.
The other is no, you don't have no say at all.
Like an example of a parent.
Whatever example each
I got
gave
you.
you, they all
Right.
gave you different examples, but
Right.
to the same point.
Right.
It all came back to the fact that it's something that comes from within you.
Okay.
You have input. Anybody that knows a little bit about the music industry would know that you got to have input and output. Ain't that right?
No, that's an actual fact, my
So
brother.
what happens if you don't have no
In order to create
input?
sound, you gotta have input and output.
Hold on. What happens if you don't have no input? And we talking musically.
There's
Can't
not
make
gonna
any
be any
sound.
output.
No, bro.
Can't create
No,
sound.
no, hold on, bro. No. I asked you, what is going to be the outcome if you don't have no output?
You said input.
Myself, input. I'm talking as a person.
Right. If you
Input
ain't-
as a
An
person.
individual.
Oh, as
Right.
a person, if you,
Yeah, because-
then you lost.
No, you're not lost.
No, you're not lost.
Without any
No. You just ain't got no say so.
Oh, I thought you were talking about nobody
No,
putting
wait.
anything into you.
No,
Put
listen.
something to you.
No, bro.
All right, go
We're
ahead.
talking
I'm sorry.
education here.
Right, education.
When you're talking input
Right.
with education, that
Right.
means you have something to do with it. It's
Okay.
coming from you. In
Okay,
other
I got
words, in the science in the world, like I said, I really
got
don't
you.
like to say these things,
I got you.
but I'm gonna make it simple. In today's world, you either bring value to something,
Right.
or enhance something that's already there and put more value to it.
Right.
Either you bring value that's brand new, or you enhance value that's already there. This is the nature in which we live. For those that understand. For those that don't, look, bro, peace to you.
Right.
Yeah, basically, in a nutshell, it's important to understand that education is supreme.
That's what my sister means.
Teaching is not. Teaching is not. Because
Right.
everywhere you look, even the teachers that you look at, the ones that got certificates on the wall, they had to be certified by somebody.
Right.
They never certified themselves.
They have no input.
No input.
Go grab my phone.
And if somebody don't tell them that certificate
I'll be right back.
makes you who you are,
That's a
they
fact.
don't see themselves as that.
That's a fact.
So come on.
Now, can I add on, Gio?
You know, partner self, God,
Oh,
partner
you wanna
self.
go? You wanna go?
Yeah. I wanted to add on because I was thinking about that and that question, God, because you know, education is like the earth was saying, right? It really starts from the home, God. Know what I'm
From
saying?
within.
Know what I'm saying? The planet Earth, which is the home of Islam. Know what I'm saying? So it begins in the house. Why you think, like, know what I'm saying? A lot of people come out here and they act crazy because they didn't get their education within their home, God. Know what I'm saying? That's why we got to teach them. That's why we got that big responsibility of teaching the uncivilized. So I look at it just like the earth was looking at it. You know what I'm saying? Because like in Spanish, like a lot of people say, "Hey, you need more education." When they get out of hand, you hear a lot of Spanish people telling them, "You need to educate yourself." You know what I'm saying? And they like check your behavior. In other words, you know what I'm saying? So it's like that. Like you wasn't.
In this
Right,
language that we
discipline.
speak, if you allow yourself to get caught up in salute, and I'm gonna tell you why. Because one of the first words that you hear these people tell you is this: "That boy ain't got